Guys, what's up? This is Constantine, English Speaking Club HSE, and today I'm going to make a video about the answers to the questions for today's event, which is taking place on the 12th of November 2022. And as always, I'm gonna answer questions real quick so it'll be easier for you to prepare for the event. So let's get started. Okay, so the first question, are you a mysterious person? I can say that sometimes I have to act pretty mysterious, especially when I meet some new people. Fortunately enough, I kind of managed to do this by not saying some things about myself and let the person decide what kind of person I am based on my behavior, my experience, maybe some examples that I give about my life, etc. And I think that what makes a person mysterious is just not giving some facts, but letting another person decide what kind of person you are. Next thing, do you think mysterious people are more attractive and why? Well, I think it depends on the type of communication because sometimes a lot of moments should be clarified and all people need to understand what kind of person you're dealing with and what kind of things you might anticipate from them. However, in a lot of situations, maybe it's like, making friends or, just some kind of like small talk, just socializing with people. It's kind of cool when you don't know everything about a person and you can somehow, imagine and create an image of a person you would like to communicate with, and then you can always see that the person fits this image even though the person might not be exactly the kind of person you want to deal with. So of course, because like by your behavior you create a certain image who you are, it might be more attractive to a lot of people. So let's remember a situation when I have an ace up my sleeve. It's kind of hard to remember just straight away without like preparing in advance. But usually, okay, so I will just generalize and maybe I'll be able to come up with a certain event, a certain thing. Sometimes it happens when you travel, you meet new people and you socialize, and then it turns out that you have something in common. Let's say that you are a poker player or you have ever played poker successfully, and then you meet a person who does the same thing, and then you have certain experience, certain interesting story that might be very interesting for a person you would like to communicate with. So for example, in 2018 I played poker in Las Vegas, which was kind of cool experience, maybe not like super cool, but one of them. And another thing is that I used to have a client whose family, whose family member was a very popular poker player. So it's also another story. But I won't tell the story straight away, so I will keep it for later, and then, later I might be able to impress the person or just maybe share the story to, just have a great time with and maybe even impress the person a little bit. So yeah. When is it important to be direct? That's another question. I'd say that sometimes it's important to be direct when future communication will make sense or will not make sense. Could be when you run a certain business and you have to decide whether you're going to run business together, and in order to understand whether you're going to be successful or not, you need to calculate what the risks are and the benefits are, and of course it should be as direct as possible to figure out what your goal is, etc., etc. I think it could be very important when you have very close relationships with a person, and maybe after a while it's important to realize whether you're going to have these relationships or not, and just have to say what you really want out of these relationships, and then both of you can save your time and go separate ways or just go together. Okay, so these are the main things, and there might be some more questions that I will come up with. Sorry, maybe some of these examples were a little bit too abstract, but sometimes it's really hard to remember a specific story. So, and that is what I will try to do before the event, and I will also encourage you to do that. But remember that even if you don't know what you're gonna say in advance, you can always improvise and share your ideas, in an abstract way or generalizing examples, and improve your English speaking speech. Also, if you don't possess a lot of vocabulary, there are always different ways how you can paraphrase, remember different words, and people you're talking to, they will somehow remember these words for you, and this is how you will extend your vocabulary as well. All right, guys. So I hope that it was useful. So see you guys later in the evening at 6:30 Moscow time, and yeah, prepare and improve your English speaking skills in the club. See you. Bye.